And welcome to JFPSports, where fantasy and sports talk live. So Rick, the Rickmeister, and I are in the studio for another Monday show. You had Gary Sanchez. Gary is scary. Yesterday, 1 o'clock game in Baltimore. He went off. You know, I love when the Yankees, they just beat the pulp out of these teams, especially a team like Baltimore. And then tonight against Verlander, they'll probably score all of one run.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. At the beginning, the Yankees were struggling offensively at the beginning, and then I think things kind of woke up, and I don't think we're going to be somewhere in the middle. And I say
waking up that sleeping giant.
We scored nothing pretty much against Verlander versus Zimmerman. And that whole Tiger team. Yeah. And then we destroy this Baltimore team. So it's not going to be either end of the spectrum. It will be somewhere in the middle, I'm sure, 4 to 6 runs a game, which is good offense. But we'll see, because I think they have Verlander, Cole, and another decent starter. We'll get Dean Annis. We'll get Dean Annis to take a look for us, but we know it's
Wade Miley or something.
It's tonight. It's Verlander and Tanaka, so I don't expect many runs. It's weird. There could be a bunch of runs. I don't see this game being like 5-4. I think it's going to
be a blowout or
with a lot of runs,
game.
Or 2-1, 3-1, something along that line. So we'll see. I mean, Loizaga tomorrow against Cole, and then Paxton versus Colin McHugh. So we'll see. I would give the Astros a pitching advantage no matter what series they're in, especially when you have Verlander, Cole. So we'll see. But I think the Yankees, they can get 2 out of 3. Both teams are obviously really talented.
Rick's outfit today reminds me of
summer.
Wolf on Wall Street when he's on the yacht.
Right.
And he's telling the feds to go F themselves.
Right. I make 1/1 of what he was making, but
you just got to start somewhere, right?
It just came from work.
It's
nice. Look at you. Yeah, it's nice to get a little release from working in sports to talking about sports.
It's better than Puma waking up at 12 o'clock. And when I woke up at 12 o'clock, I actually wake up to MLB Central. And D-Row and the guys had a little tape on Judge and the Yankee offense going up against this Houston rotation. They are noted for throwing lots of sliders because the Yankees are a fastball hitting team. And they just show the at-bats of Verlander against Judge and how he owns him. Literally, Judge has struck out 7 times against him, maybe 1 home run. But that's it. And basically they were just explaining how Verlander goes about pitching against Judge. It's just old-fashioned. We're going in on the hands, high and in on the hands, and then it's just low and away with the slider or some changeup of some sort for him to go fishing. So for me, Judge perspective, I say lay back, trump on that first pitch, because usually, the cliche is the first one is actually probably the really good one. The pitcher's always trying to get ahead, like a Verlander, like a Garrett Cole. So they'll probably throw you a get-me-over fastball real quick just to get ahead. So definitely take that into account. And I know the Yankees like to work counts and stuff like that, but don't be too passive, And that's why I say, with Brett Gardner, maybe I would shake it up a little bit and get DJ LeMahieu up there. I know it sounds a little odd, but DJ LeMahieu puts the ball in play lots of times. And if you could get a DJ LeMahieu on base as soon as Judge and Voit and Sanchez start coming up, I feel like that's very beneficial.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think one of the things that people they think of Verlander is at 98. And he's not 98. He's still 94, 95.
But he locates very well.
He's much more of a pitcher now than he ever used to be. He used to be a thrower. And we've talked about this before. They're throwers, and then they're pitchers. The really good ones, the Kershaws, the Verlanders, they're pitchers and throwers with 98. Kershaw no longer throws the high 90s. And
right.
I mean, he never really threw that hard to begin with. He was 93, 94, but now he's in the lower 90s. Verlander's in the low to mid 90s. Obviously, a few miles comes off, so he really can command up, down, in, out. It's going to be a struggle. I really like Houston tonight. I don't love them in the series. I think Paxton will do really well against McHugh. And Loizaga can throw. I think some people kind of forget what he did last year, and he's been pretty impressive. I mean, we talked about the kid Domingo Germán. That's 2 starts in a row that looked good for him. He's probably not going to stay in the rotation once CC and Sevy and
Gio even comes up.
Right, yeah, and Gio, I don't even know what you would get out of him, but if he does come up, it's going to be to start. They're not bringing him. So we'll see, but I'm looking forward to the series early
definitely.
on in the season.
And, you bring up that perspective of those guys coming up. Are you a little too apprehensive of having too many lefties in the rotation? Because you're going to have Paxton, you're going to have CC, Gio, and J.A. Happ. So for me, do you think it's a big deal, or it's more sort of, hide them in between Masahiro, Tanaka, and if a Loaizaga makes the rotation going forward?
Well, let's be real. Loaizaga and Herman won't be in the rotation because you'll have Tanaka. Assuming Severino's back in a month or so, you'll have Severino, Tanaka, Happ, CC, and Paxton in some sort of. It might not be in the exact order we said, but you'd only have 3 lefties. I mean, it's Sale and Price. That's already 2 in Boston. I mean, it's a little lefty heavy, but there are a lot of righties coming out of that.
For me right now, if I going forward, I'm going Masahiro 1, Paxton 2. If Severino does come back, let him be third, and then happen.
Well, it's weird because I don't think the rotation means that much.
Okay.
In terms of 1 and 3, you're still pitching every 5th day. I'm not talking playoff series. No. I'm just talking if you. A regular game. Yeah, we talk about these slots. If you're 5th, let's think about it like this. If you're pitching on day 1 of a month, then you're pitching day 6, and then you're pitching day 11 first 2, 7, and 12. You know what I mean? It's not really that much of a difference. It might just be who you're going up against more than anything. But with Severino right now, I think we can both agree. We just want him to stay healthy and pitch well. We don't care if he's throwing against Sale. We don't care if he's throwing against Zach Greinke or Kershaw or anyone. We just want him to stay healthy and pitch well. So I think that's the top priority, to get these guys healthy long term.
For me, I think it is important, and here's why. You go into a series. I don't want somebody seeing the same arm angle. Maybe I'm a little too strategic or overthink it a little too much, but I don't want someone to see back-to-back lefties. If we're going to go into a series, let it be Masahiro, Paxton, Severino. I want that break in between where the lineup doesn't have to rest, and therefore I'm having the opposing manager on his toes, keep thinking. But that's just me.
Well, it's also
analogy isn't wrong.
It's also so the Yankees carry one more pitcher. Some teams go 13 and 12, 13 pitchers. Right. The Yankees only go 3 on the bench usually, and that's one of them is being Romine. So you really only have 2 guys on the bench. Sometimes it's Wade or the kid Tauchman or Tauchman. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Whatever the case might be. But other teams, if they go with 12 on the bench, 13 pitchers, now you have, you go lefties to start. If you're going CC Happ Paxton, fine, you start with righties, but then who are you bringing in down the road? You're bringing in Ottavino, you're bringing in Betances, you're bringing in Canely, and then you finish it up with Chapman. It doesn't really matter, but I mean, you have righties to match it with. I think the bullpen, if we want to shift gears to the bullpen, that's a really nice balance, right?
Oh, absolutely. I love
you got Britton and Chapman as your lefties.
Tarpley rubs me the wrong way.
Well, but realistically, what is Tarpley going to give you? Right. What is he, a 5th inning, 6th inning guy?
Mop-up guy.
Right, exactly. Tarpley, I know, he's the last guy who made the cut, and that's fine. We don't expect him to pitch the 8th inning. If he's got to pitch the 8th inning, the Yankees have bigger problems.
Right.
So it's a really
good point.
It's going to be a really dominant bullpen, and they have a nice balance with 4 righties. Will include Holder.
I love Ottavino just because he comes from different angles.
Yeah. Sometimes I worry about the guys who do come from not over the top angle, but that slider is devastating. It's completely devastating. And it's weird. It's kind of like when you're in AA and you're really, really good, and they bring you up, they skip AAA for you, or you're in AAA for a brief stint, and you come up to the majors, and you're Ottavino is in hard MLB and going to AA pitching in Colorado.
Right.
I mean, it's impossible to pitch there. So he could only do better. And he already excelled there. I don't know if my analogy made sense, but it's he's going down. He's going from probably the toughest place to pitch
to
much easier.
Anything's easier.
And I think those lineups, let's be honest, you got the Red Sox who are already struggling, but the Rays can't hit. The Orioles can't hit. I mean, the Blue Jays are what? Well, okay, fine. They are what they are. Fine.
3-8, they're terrible.
Arizona can hit. The Dodgers can hit.
Arizona's been a little surprising.
Yeah, they've been a little surprising. They dominated Boston. And then at the other end, you got San Diego, too, who's not a terrible ball club.
They're just the pitching, yeah.
Right, they can't pitch, but I'm saying in terms of Ottavino, so I think it was a great addition. The bullpen's really, really good. I think this Yankee team is going to blow away this division.
Now, we opened up with Sanchez. I'll probably leave with Sanchez. Sanchez going into this series. I know he had a big series at Baltimore, and he wrecked things. But again, we have to put in perspective, it was Baltimore. Now we come into, the Houston series. Do you think about more often than not DHing him? Because, I know Romine had a pass ball the other day, but that, that's going to happen. Hiccups are going to happen. Can I really trust Sanchez in this series? It's a big series. It is early, but it is, I would say, the best team, you're going up against. They're very formidable, the Houston Astros, other than a Red Sox team who's dwindling down right now. They stink. Right, but they'll be, they'll be there.
They should be there.
They should be.
If I'm a Red Sox fan, I would have a lot of concerns right now.
I mean, and you can't count the AL Central because they're like, they're
those
just,
teams stink. I don't
breathing.
care. Yeah.
For me in this series, maybe I have him DH one of them.
Sure. I think Romine catches Tanaka anyway.
Yeah. For the first couple of starts,
he has.
Sanchez has.
So who is Romine been catching?
Romine played yesterday. I think he's played twice.
So Sanchez DH yesterday, right?
Right, Sanchez.
So I would let Gary I would probably let Gary catch all 3 games. And the reason I would do that is it's so early in the season, I do not want to touch his confidence at all. And right now he is on fire. Now defensively, yes, he's already struggled a little bit. Yeah. And I get and you're coming from a defensive standpoint. I completely get that.
And actually an offensive standpoint too. I feel like
the guy's got 6 home runs already. What is he doing wrong?
No. Offensive standpoint meaning, he just came from a game that he was a DH. I want to keep it going type of deal. So I just want his efforts to just be focused on
hitting now.
Hitting because we're playing against 2 good pitchers coming into the
series. I get
series.
that, but at some point he's going to have to catch because Stanton will be back.
Right. And that's when he's back.
Right, but Stanton's not that far away. He's not like a Severino where he's still a few weeks away.
Just an idea.
No, I get it, but I would not.
I'm trying to optimize the defense and keep one of my top 4 hitters.
I just don't want. I don't want fans or the team, I guess, should get comfortable. So because say this works for a little bit, then Stanton comes back or Hicks comes back or whatever the case may be. Right, and now what?
Well, that's why I went back to saying Hicks should have never been re-signed.
But that's got nothing to do with it.
Well, yeah, because now the guy's getting $10 million a year. He has to play.
No, but he was going to play anyway because Brett Gardner, we've seen that Brett Gardner is much worse than he was last year.
Yeah, Brett Gardner's struggling a little bit out the gate.
It's not like it's one thing if the Yankees signed Hicks and also got, I don't know, give me an outfielder that's halfway decent, like a Joey Gallo.
Yeah.
Or I guess Gallo could play first.
You know what?
Or Hunter Renfroe.
So if Hicks were to come tomorrow, Hicks would be taking that job.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not like Brett Gardner sitting here hitting 320.
You could actually make a case, if this trend keeps on going, Gardner will be out of a job, and you have Clint Frazier and Hicks and Stanton as a DH.
Well, no, you probably have Gardner. You're not sending Gardner down. Let's be honest.
No, I meant
you'd have 2 outfielders on the bench. That's exactly what you have.
Yeah, you have to sit Gardy down and pinch run or something like that.
Right, and that's he'd probably love that. He's probably getting paid a lot of money to run.
And then you bring him in for a professional at bat if you have a Romine in there, if you have a Clint Frazier.
Right, and you know what's going to happen? The kid Tauchman's going to go down. Tauchman, whatever. No, but I'm just saying, you said Hicks didn't need to be re-signed, and I get you're talking about in the contract deal,
right.
And let him play it out and see what happens. I'm going to assume that he would have gotten hurt either way, but you kind of need him right now. Let's be honest, we kind of need him. Because Gardner stinks, Tauchman stinks, and yeah, I like Clint Frazier, but let's be honest. He's not keeping this up.
No.
He's not hitting 2 home runs. I'd probably put my entire paycheck that he doesn't hit 2 home runs in a game the rest of the season.
Oh my God, don't say that.
2 home runs in a game?
You know what? He's not a bad slider hitter.
He does hit off-speed pitches a little bit better.
I could see
I'd throw fastballs in on him
all day.
He would break more bats than Louisville Slugger would down in Kentucky. You know how you pitch to
somebody like Clint Frazier? You work a little backwards, start off with a change.
No, that's the exact opposite that I would do.
And then
I wouldn't give him anything
and then try to make him uppercut it, because his swing is built for like low and away or low and in and a slide. He has a poorer version of Mike Trout's swing.
No, he doesn't.
It's short to the ball.
It was a good try.
No, it's a poor version.
He's got a lefty swing for a righty. That's what he's got.
He's got a little lift.
He's got a Joey Gallo swing for a righty. The difference is Joey Gallo, on any ball that he makes contact with, is a guaranteed long fly ball out. I think Clint Frazier just happens to be hitting the ball well.
Well, it always happens
last
to be
year,
Baltimore, too.
And that's what I'm saying. We think Sanchez can hit, but at the same time, Clint Frazier will not hit 2 home runs in a game again.
I could see it happen against Cole. But
against Garrett Cole?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd take that bet with anyone.
You know what?
2 home runs in a game versus Garrett Cole.
Let's make a little bet right now.
Right, you still owe me candy from across the street.
Wait, candy? What do you mean, candy?
Right. I still owe you a sandwich, though.
I was trying to get D Nanas to get us a little bet song. Anyway, so, okay, bet, I say Clint Frazier goes deep twice in the
same game.
Series.
No, I said the same game.
No, same game, but one of these games in 3 games. You got to give me the 3 games, though.
I'll give you all 3. I'll give you all 3.
So I get like multiple chances here, because it is Clint Frazier, it's not Judge, right?
No, I'll give you the entire series. It could be anyone.
To be twice in 1 game.
How about, and if it's against Garrett Cole, I will double the bet.
Okay, if it's...
But you don't have to double it for me ever. But I'll be willing to do that for you if it's against Garrett Cole. So, but for anyone listening or anyone who seems to care, it has to be off Cole. It can't be one off Cole and then another reliever in the same game. It has to be off Cole twice.
Right.
And then I'll double
But I
it.
still win, though, if it's off Cole and a reliever.
Correct. You'd still win, but I wouldn't double it. So
I get it.
If he only faces Cole once for whatever reason,
I don't know why I see him
matter.
hitting like 2 solar pops off of Cole.
I'll just leave it at this, and I think we could agree. If he hits 2 home runs off Garrett Cole won't make it out of the 3rd or the 4th. There's no way. It's not.
It wouldn't be give up 2 solos and he goes deep and it's like 2.
It wouldn't be that situation. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm saying Garrett Cole's off that night.
It's going to pile on walks and all that stuff.
I think he would be off.
No.
Because it's Clint Frazier. This isn't Trout, where Trout can come up, he hits 2 home runs, and the rest of the team doesn't do anything.
Well, you know what? Sometimes it's just a certain hitter against a certain pitcher, and I just feel like a pitcher.
I think we need to pump the brakes on a guy that I'd criticize for having concussion and being out the entire season. It's not like we were sitting here in the offseason saying, we really wish we had Clint.
But Clint and Florial, I did say...
Right, Florial, he hasn't played. The guy hasn't played in 3 years.
I did say it was one of the reasons why it went into my decision of not motivating me to re-sign Hicks. Now, they did it anyway, and that deal got done. But that was one of the reasons why, because I knew once that those players were healthy and actually could play, they could actually contribute.
Right, Florial's healthy already. He hasn't been healthy all year.
Yeah. But let's, are we moving on? Or we got us with a point.
No, there are no points. I was going to say we got to talk about the other team in New York.
You know what? It's great minds think alike. And we have to go to the crosstown rivals, the Metropolitans, who have opened up the gate 6-3.
I don't know how, but...
When I think of the Metropolitans, I think of 2 guys right now. I think of, obviously, Jacob deGrom, and I think of Peter Alonso. Because just the surge that they brought a couple of days going into the new league year, of MLB. You had the big extension, $137 million for,
which was
6-8 years.
That was cheap.
I think they got off. And for the pure fact of promoting Pete Alonso and not going by service time.
Yeah,
that's basically what they did, and I could commend actually the Mets for doing something right. They took care of one of their own, and they promoted their best 25. Sometimes they'll use the Chris Bryant excuse. Back in 2015, how he has to work on his defense. We'll see you April 20th.
Right, he has to work on his defense. We'll see him. Right, in the season, it barely started in AAA.
Right, and at third, they were playing, who were they playing? Some bum, some scrub at third for the Cubs.
Right, they're playing me.
Yeah, come on. We could see the kid has talent. He can contribute. Why do that? And I feel like a lot of that has made baseball not fun for opening day. It just makes it any other day. You want to see the best 25. You want to see Fernando Tatis if he's good. You want to see Eloy Jimenez. You want to see Vladdy Guerrero Jr. It's fun to see those players coming up, and nothing's better than a homegrown player.
Everyone did the right thing this year, except for the Blue Jays, but he was hurt.
He was hurt, so that's their...
No, he was actually hurt. He's still not playing right now. He's still hitting here on the side, but he's not in the game games right now.
No, but I think that actually gave him a little leeway of excuse because
I agree, and I'm sure the Blue Jays don't mind it, assuming that it's mild. It's not like a torn ACL or Tommy John or anything like that. But it does give them an excuse. But I can't think of a team right now who's kept their guy down when he should be up. That they contribute right now.
You know what it is? Listen, in all walks of life and even sports and baseball, you can still manipulate things. Fernando Tatis is up with the Padres. But if Fernando Tatis doesn't show signs of consistently getting better, they could send him down and still accumulate the service time. I don't think a lot of people know that. They just think because, it's before the deadline, he's going to have 6 years of control. No, you have to actually accumulate more than 145 days of service time. Whenever those days accumulate, that's when you become upgraded from rookie status to veteran. So, but the Super 2 deadline, which is the second to third week of the MLB season, now the player like an Acuna from last year is guaranteed a 7th year. But if you manipulate
he was also got ahead of this all and signed an extension right
which we have to bring up $100 million. 8 years, 12 a year. That's a great extension.
For the Braves, I think.
I think for both. Because
I think he got a little bit of the short end of the stick, but I get where he was coming from.
And you would get where I would come from, too, because now you buy yourself security.
No, and that's what I'm saying. I get it. Yeah. But I think if I had to give, I said I would give the Braves an A+ for sure, assuming he stays healthy, and a B+ for him. Right. But it's not necessarily, or to B+ to A-. It's not bad for him.
No.
But the Braves, if I had to give grades, the Braves knocked this one out of the park. Absolutely. Yeah. The kid's young. He plays with fire. He's upbeat. He brings a professional at bat at such a young age. He can hit to all parts of the field. He's got power. He can run. He can field. He's a legit 5-tool player.
So back to the Metropolitan point. So that's what gave the fans, and actually baseball fans, because I'm a baseball fan first. I watch all 30 teams, 29 teams. So for me, seeing a Pete Alonso come up, and they don't have to bring him up, but they're bringing up their best first baseman and not have a Dom Smith play there or J.D. Davis. It made it more fun to watch a Met game against the Marlins. Why would I be watching that game? Oh, wait, Pete Alonso's playing. He just hit a 2-run jack. Like, the kid is Jim Thome from the right side. And my AL Rookie of the Year pick is looking good right now.
Well, that's funny. The Mets are in the NL.
No, the NL. But no, my NL Rookie of the Year pick is looking good, and I have him in fantasy. I took him in the 11th round. How about that?
Well, it's good. I get constant updates about the fantasy league. One that I'm not in.
And he's Switzerland.
Right, I'm Switzerland and want to be seceding from the rest of the nations minute by minute.
So going forward, do you think the Mets can keep this up? I mean,
no.
They replicated this last year, and they got everyone's hopes up. Is Pete Alonso going to keep doing this? Is Jacob deGrom still going to be pitching well? What's going on? Because Wheeler imploded yesterday. He looked like doo-doo.
You're going to like this analogy because your math skills are here and there, but you're going to get this one right. How many games have the Mets played?
Right now, 9 up to this point.
Okay, so let's call that a 10th of the season. Yeah. A 16th, excuse me. A 16th of the season. 10 times 16 is 160. Let's call it a 16th of the season. How many games are in a football season?
16, my friend.
Okay. The Mets are 6-2, so again, that's a 16. So
they're
off.
6-3,
sorry. So they're off to, say, a really good start.
Yeah.
You know who also got off to a good start? The Jets. The Jets were the Jets were 1-0.
You got to bring this up, right?
The Jets were 1-0, so it's a 16th of the season. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
That's good. Where did the Jets finish up this season?
Oh, we were last.
I had a record.
4-12.
Oh, that's good.
If they're...
So they won 25% of their games. Now, the Mets are not as horrendous as the Jets in terms of life, just walks of life. And they also don't have Brady in their division.
Yeah.
But this Met team will definitely finish under 500.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They don't have... I don't see them having...
I see them a little bit better than Atlanta, though.
I don't. Their line. What's
Atlanta
better?
has
They're pitching.
The pitching.
But their lineup is not even close.
No, well, of course not. I mean, Atlanta's
Well,
a
what
top
do you mean?
three
Of course
lineup.
not. They can't run like them, and they can't field like them.
No, but I feel as if pitching, it starts and ends with pitching in baseball. And I believe if you got the pitchers, if they stay healthy, if is a big word, but if you're looking at one of the best 1, 2, 3 punches in the NL.
Who's the third punch?
Hopefully Wheeler, if he gets...
That guy sucks.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of him, but...
Well, you told me he was going to be good.
He's in a contract year. I hope he's good for his sake.
But sometimes, not everyone's... Was Harper good in a contract year last year? Some guys...
Yeah, no, you're right.
Some guys fall under the pressure. Now, granted, I think that's what Trout did this year.
Yeah.
He got ahead of it. He's like, I'm not dealing with that. And he's also not Harper.
I would also take $425 million.
No, but I'm saying he didn't... People were saying Harper and Trout in the outfield. It was almost Angels in the outfield. They were calling themselves Phillies in the outfield.
Right.
The problem is Trout's not like Harper. He doesn't want to be paraded around.
Yeah.
Trout wants to play baseball.
Yeah, I want to be paraded.
All right, you want to be paraded, but you can't hit the ball for tee. But this Met team, look, I get it. They're off to a fire steaming start.
Yeah.
They've done this before, though.
Yeah.
It's April 8th. We've seen this
pull you in.
dance.
They pull you. They tease
you. You know who's off to a good start? The Diamondbacks. Where are they going to finish?
Ugh.
Same place as the Mets. They'll finish third if they're good.
That's rough, dude.
No, seriously.
You
what's the difference between the Mets and the Diamondbacks in terms of where they finish? I'd say it's about the same.
The Mets have the better rotation, without a doubt.
Right, and the lineup clearly is better to me in Arizona.
But you know what it is also too.
They can hit. Those boys can hit.
Like the old days, it's like who you play, man. It's like the Diamondbacks get to play.
That's fair.
A struggling Rockies team right now. The only team
Dodgers
that could beat up on them is the Dodgers, and they even took 2 out of 3 from them in the beginning.
Yeah.
You got San Diego. Who are they?
They've got a nice, decent lineup, but they can't pitch.
No, I mean if you're looking to Greg Holland as your main closer,
they're hoping Joey Lucchese's good. Right, he throws 90.
And Jonathan, what was the guy that came in? Duplantier.
Right, I don't even know.
Ricky just gave me the priceless look. He's like, who?
Right.
Yeah, Jonathan Duplantier.
Right. Yeah, he's probably this guy's probably the second coming of AJ Puck.
Yeah, he's great.
Right.
Oh, I love AJ Puck. He reminds me of Randy Johnson.
Right.
Anyway, so enough geeky prospect talk.
No, but
so the Mets moving forward.
I don't know.
So all right. Rick,
I know you got it. I know.
I got him at third. I mean, how?
But I don't know if they're going to finish above 500. I really don't.
We know who's going to finish above 500. That's the Phils, bro.
That team is on fire right now.
I want to get a Harper Gray Philly.
Did I have Harper as my MVP?
No, I did. You had.
Oh, I had Goldschmidt.
You had Goldie. That's solid too.
I feel like Goldie is more of like a steady Eddie, and Harper will give you more of that roller coaster. And when his roller coaster's up,
it's up.
He's the second best player in baseball. He will never be better than Trout in my eyes.
Right? No, I agree.
But when he's down, it can get bad.
31. 1 for 17.
And he'll always give you 30 home runs, but like we're not paying. No one's paying Bryce Harper to hit 30 home runs. I'm sorry, you're expected to do that.
Yeah, 40.
Like this isn't Gary Sanchez. Plus. This isn't Sanchez. This isn't Gleyber Torres. This isn't Andujar. We kind of expect you to hit.
Judge. Judge, you kind of expect, but at the same time, he's making $500,000.
Right, but everyone understands the Yankees are getting off on the best $500,000 contract ever in the history of baseball. I mean.
And don't be surprised by the end of this.
They got to re-sign him.
They don't extend him.
Who?
Judge.
Why would they not extend him? They're going to let him walk?
No, I said don't be surprised if they do give out a contract. Everybody's giving.
Oh, you're saying if they don't? Oh, okay. You were saying you meant the other way.
Like I can see them give a little bit better than an Acuna contract, like a.
I don't know.
8 years.
He's better than Acuna.
No, right.
More money. He's got to get more money than $100 million.
You know what I could see it as? Like the DeGrom.
I say 7-year, 150.
Yeah, 137, 5 years.
Judge strikes me as the guy who wants to stay in New York and who'll be willing to take a little less. Hopefully, I'm right. But let's be honest. If he hit the open market, he's getting $200 million.
I say 135 for 5 years, which is 27.
But if he hits the open market, he's getting more than $200 million.
Yes.
Someone will give him 8 years, 200, and
he would get. It's scary though. He would get probably like Arenado money.
And he's worth it.
Yeah.
But I think again he would be willing to take a little less, and maybe a little bit less on the years to stay here in New York. I believe that.
Yes,
he's not like a Harper guy. Harper never struck me that he was in love with DC.
Bro.
They also never did anything with him in DC.
I say starting next year, 135, 5 years. 27 of them.
Yeah,
that's decent, right?
That's decent.
I can live off of it. He can live off, right?
We'd live off $1 million.
You're right. He won't go starving. So anyway, the Mets. I love Peter Alonso. I love him in that 2-hole though. I mean,
yes.
I think that's very beneficial because look who's coming after him. You got Willie Ramos and Cano. I mean, you have
Cano's struggling a little, but
then he hit a home run the other day.
He reminds me of that older veteran. He doesn't hit for the average, but he's still got the pop.
The Mets are going to get killed on the back end of that contract, but
Well, you knew that.
Yeah.
They really took that on so they can get Diaz, who hasn't been great for them. He's been okay.
Yeah.
Familia hasn't looked great either.
Close the game. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, but it's like, you know what? It's like when you come in up 3. Yeah, it's a save. It's not a great you give up a run or two. It's a save. To me, I don't care. 1 to 3 runs is fine, but if you give up a run, you no longer get a save. To me.
No, absolutely. No, you're right.
You're up 3 runs. You give up 2 runs. You get a save. What is that?
Yeah, it's
your ERA. Think about it like this.
Baseball rules are a little.
Your ERA would be 18.
Yeah,
and you should get a save for that. Oh, okay, right.
Well, how about the guy? How about the guy that comes in, say how the Rays do an opener, right? And say you coming in the 5th, you get 3 outs, and then your team goes on and wins, and they scored in the 5th, and you get the win.
Yeah, but
that's a little wacky.
Well, no, I firmly believe, and I've said this for a long time, the wins, the loss, and the save should be judgmental from the official scorers or whoever. Okay. And say, what if you come in the 7th and you get 2 big outs, bases loaded, 1 out, they don't score?
Oh, yeah.
No, you get the save. If your team's winning, you can get the save.
Right. Yeah, baseball's a little wacky like that. I don't know why they never changed.
Or get rid of the saves thing and they just have a win and a loss.
Yeah, no, why should we get rid of that? Moving on from baseball because we loved opening up with baseball. How about the new Jet unis?
They're disgusting.
You don't like it? I like the black. It's very sleek.
Right. What is this? The longest yard where they get the New Jerseys? Have you seen the longest yard?
Yeah,
you're right. Before they play the guards, right. Before they play the guards, they get the New Jerseys out of the box and it says "Mean Machine." Yeah, that's what these look like.
They look like Marshall.
Right, we are Marshall. Right,
or the Mighty Morphin Green Ranger.
They're disgusting. They are disgusting.
The worst one is the all green one, which Darnold was wearing. But I'm like,
first of all, I do have a serious but funny question. Is Le'Veon Bell coming to New York? Is he going to talk to his teammates?
Yeah, the OTA started today, so he came in today and he's working out with the guys. I have him on Instagram.
What do you mean? Oh, all right, but I haven't seen anything from him.
Oh no, they're working out. I saw it today. I checked on things. I was thinking the same thing.
Is he hurt yet?
No, he's not hurt. Stop jinxing us. Daddy's ready to go on Fanatics, type in Lev Bell 26 black, and then I just get it shipped to the casa.
Right, soon.
Right. This show has just gone off the haywire. Okay, so before we leave, our dear folks out there, series tonight, Yankee series. Who's taking it and why?
Tonight, I'm going to give the edge to Verlander.
Okay.
I like the Yankees in the series.
Okay.
It's kind of weird because basically what I'm saying is the Yankees take the 2 out of final 3. That would be perfect. But I like Verlander tonight more than I like the Yankees winning the series. So if I had to pick, I would say the Astros get this one more than the Yankees would get 2 out of 3. It'd be perfect if the Yankees got the last 2. Yeah. And Frazier went 0 for 14.
I'm gonna agree with you on the series thing. I say the Yankees take the series.
I think the Yankees are hotter.
But I think I'm going to go a little bit outside the box.
You say they're going to sweep them?
No. I say they're going to take the series, but they take 2 out of 3. But the 2 out of 3 is Verlander and Cole, and they lose to Colin McHugh.
Well, so you're saying they need that last game.
Yeah, if they want to sweep.
Right. They need the last one. Astros would really need that last game.
I say Colin McHugh shuts him down because he's not throwing 95+, and, he could go 8 innings and just, by then Boone is playing all the second, third stringers anyway because he won a series and he doesn't care. And then they'll lose out.
We got to stop with this Aaron Boone hatred because...
listen, I live in America. I can hate whoever I want. All right, go on.
No, but in all seriousness, yes, this Yankee team right now...
I'm just very critical.
Right. First of all, his first 2 seasons, ALCS.
Yeah, I know.
And no, but let's be
He won 100
real.
games. I could have won 100 games sitting on my sofa.
You couldn't have, because one of the players would have hit you upside your head. The ALCS his first year, they definitely beat expectations.
Okay, yeah.
And then last year, let's be honest, could they maybe have gotten 2 versus the Red Sox?
Wait, 17 was with Girardi.
The ALCS?
Yes, that was with Girardi, bro.
That was his last year was his first year.
Last year was his first year. They couldn't even make it out of the freaking
I'm sorry.
ALDS.
Okay.
They won against Oakland,
they won against Oakland
in the wild card, and they
which
lost.
They should have anyway.
Who'd they lose? Oh, they lost to Houston, naturally. The Yankees. Oh, they lost to Red Sox.
To Boston. That's what I'm saying. So his first year.
Jesus, shows where our minds are at.
No, I think last year he, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give him a 7.5, 8. Only because
I agree.
Because you weren't beating Boston. So what are we quivering over? Another game? Maybe we lose 4-2.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing.
No, but seriously, they weren't beating Boston.
Seriously, he doesn't know what he's doing.
No, but they weren't beating Boston. I don't care who you had as manager.
I'm tired of seeing Judge bat third. I'm gonna go
what do you want him to hit?
People in the analytical
What do you want him to hit?
Third, bro. Third or fourth. I know it sounds.
No, you just said you're tired of him hitting third.
Hitting second. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. I'm tired of hearing and seeing.
So who do you want
to hit?
So give me your perfect lineup.
My perfect lineup right now.
Or you can give it to me when they're all healthy.
I want to give it to you right now. Then I'm going to give you my series pick. Oh, I did give you my series pick.
Right.
Yeah, he's winning against Cole and Verlander, the Yanks. So that's 2 of 3. Right. Okay, now, and Clint Frazier will get his 2 home runs. Right. Yankee lineup projected for Puma. DJ LeMahieu 1, playing third. Second, I'm having Glaber at short. Second. Third, I'm having Judge and right. This is without Stanton, by the way.
Right. Well, he's not. He's hurt.
I only could deal with who I have. Batting fourth, I want Voit at first. Batting fifth, Sanchez. Let's say catching. Sixth, I'm going to go with what's his name? I'm going off the top of my head here, but wait, hold on. I got to see who I have. Birdie. Bird, DH.
Hey.
Okay. 7, we're going to have, let's see who's left. 7, we're going to have the kid Estrada, short, second base that they brought up. I got to deal with what I have, bro. Okay. 8, I'm going to have Clint Frazier in left. And 9, I'm going to have Gardy because, once the game goes, circular lineup. So you have Gardy at 9. That's not a bad...
Well, you already contradicted yourself.
What do you mean?
Because you told me Romine was catching tonight.
Well, no, I'm saying just overall, like going forward, obviously they're going to always put Sanchez as the catcher. But, I would like for tonight's game, because it's Tanaka and because it's Verlander, you were going to need a little more offense.
You just told us at the beginning of the show you wanted Romine catching tonight.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm just saying a perfect lineup going forward. Sanchez is DH all the time. I'm saying going forward for this week. You
already failed your lineup because you already contradicted yourself for it.
No, for this week, bro. They're not going to play 2 catchers every day. Look.
All right. Well,
what do you don't like it? You don't like it?
No.
Why
not? First
of
all, I want Gardy leading off. That's first.
All right. I don't blame you. Can you go either way?
I want Judge hitting second. The reason I want Judge hitting second is because he gets more throughout the course of the season. I'm not just giving you tonight's lineup. Throughout the course of the season, or
more
for the rest of the week, he out of that 2 spot, he's not. You can't get any less at bats.
Yeah, to get 100 more strikeouts.
But also, with a time when Didi starts to come back and Stan starts to come back, you get more at bats, but you also get more protection.
But okay. Look, do you see how I'm looking at it?
I get where you're coming from.
I want Judge.
First of all, Clint Frazier should never be hitting behind a guy that literally just made the team 6 days ago.
Well, I was trying to lengthen the lineup, dude.
Yeah, I don't care about lengthening the lineup. Wait, want Frazier hitting behind this guy?
Yes, maybe there's a little...
What's his first name? Tyro?
Yeah. Hey, at least you remembered his first name.
Tyro Estrada.
It was better than Ursula. What was the guy?
Giovanni, right. And Giovanni Ursula couldn't play for the Marlins last year.
He's not bad. For playing sparingly.
He stinks.
I know, he stinks. What should we say about you then? If he stinks, what are you?
Oh, I'm a bum. I didn't say I was good.
I don't even play.
Right, I didn't say I was good.
We just criticize everyone.
But you know what the difference is? They're professional baseball players.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I had this conversation with my dad. we're comparing them to other baseball players.
Right.
We're not comparing them
to us.
To every baseball player in the world. Obviously, they're in the top 0.0001%.
Yeah.
And I was like, this guy sucks. He's like, well, he doesn't suck. He's in the MLB. I'm like, yes, but I'm comparing him to
other
backups or right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to compare him to single A guys because he's better than those.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to. It's
Ursula.
not right. Ursula.
Okay. So you don't like my lineup? Are you kidding me? I got to tweet this out. I got to get it on IG for those IG followers out there. They're liking the pics. I got to get this out because that is not a bad lineup whatsoever.
I'm not saying it's bad. I just think it could be better.
And I only put Clint and Gardy behind the Rook. So that way he could get a little,
I get the Gardy part. I get the Gardy part. So you could
get a little fastball.
All right. First of all, don't we're happy everyone's listening and not viewing. And second, I get the Gardy thing because Joe Madden always said, put your pitcher eighth.
Okay.
So you can have the 9-1 thing. So I understand that more than having some guy who couldn't make the roster hitting behind Clint Frazier.
You mean in front of him?
That's what I meant. Sorry, and Frazier hitting behind.
God forbid he hit behind them.
That literally, and I'm being
Did
serious.
Did that bother you that much?
That sounds like the worst managing move ever.
No,
and
are you kidding me? I would play like that in the show all the time.
Put that guy, first of all, the show.
Oh, wait. You know what? I was thinking about this batting order last night. This is how much of a nerd I am. I was thinking of batting Clint Frazier second and batting Glaber first.
I would never hit Glaber first, but I can
what I'm trying to say?
I could understand where you're going with Frazier. The problem is he's just so hot and cold because we know this, and you like Frazier more than me. He can easily have an 0-for-11 series.
Oh yeah, or he could be like 13 for 15.
Right, he's very hot and cold.
Yeah.
But he's more cold and hot. That's what makes him a 220, 230 hitter.
Katy Perry song. That's hot. And
right.
Yes,
we should tell the viewers that she's not here. But no, I would never hit him second. If anything, I would hit Glaber second. If you want to go Judge three. I understand that. Get him at bats. Get him seeing fastballs.
And those fastball counts.
Because Frazier, I got to be honest. If I've got Verlander and I see Gardner, Frazier, I'm looking at it as all right, Judge is coming up with no one on and 2 out. That's the way I'm looking at it.
I want those ducks on the pond so that way
but
Judge and Voit and Sanchez could do damage. I want him on the pond. So then he could hit it and then he could make one on the
Fenway. The homeless drunk guy outside of the studio?
Over the wall in Fenway, over the Green Monster.
Right.
Right. Yes, again, we have gone off the rails.
No, you've gone off the rails.
Yeah, probably. Just a bit outside.
Right. Well, folks, this is what happens when you wake up when you wake up in the PM hours. This is what happens.
Hey, I was on California time.
What time? What time did I wake up today? 6:15 a.m.
Right.
Which it's not even PM yet, so that would make sense.
Puma wakes up at noon.
Right, at the PM. Anyone who wakes up in the PM hour has a problem, unless you were working the night before. And I know you weren't working the night before.
No, I was doing my laundry the night before.
Well, that must take a lot out of you.
Yes. All right, folks.
Big game tonight, by the way. College basketball national title game.
Yes.
Real quick, I'm going to take Virginia. I'm going to go 64-62. They've just had a lot of things go their way. A lot of what I call team of destiny things. We saw that with Boston last year. Team of destiny.
Yeah, keep saying that.
It works. It worked. Were the Ravens not the team of destiny when they played the 49ers?
Keep saying that. Yeah, no, they were. Yeah.
But within the 49ers were the more talented team.
I'm going to take the Patrick Mahomes, Texas Tech.
Right, of course. He's got to make it a football thing.
My boy Mahomes in the cheering section with all the cheerleaders.
Okay, well, he's not with any cheerleaders. And he was with
I think that's where I would.
Okay. For all you viewers, Puma didn't even watch the Final Four game.
Yes, I did.
Okay. Name their best player.
I was watching. Okay. It was too far away. I was looking for between that and the Yankee game.
Right. It was too far away. Okay, right.
I was in Miller's with 25 TVs.
Right. One, he was probably not paying attention to the game. Jarrett Culver is their best player, top 15 pick.
That's what I was making fun of. I was saying Kyle Culver.
Right. I don't know what you were saying. You were probably a little bit over your legal limit. One. That's one.
After the 6 Tito and club, right.
Two, Mahomes was with his girlfriend Travis Kelce and Travis Kelce's girlfriend in the stands. That's 2. And 3, they didn't really show the cheerleaders as much as you would have liked. So you are going to roll with the Texas Tech Red Raiders. Give me a score. I said 64-62 Virginia.
I'm going to say 70-59.
Well, you're already wrong. The over-under was only set at 118.
Oh my God!
So you projected 11 points over the over, and that's why I said you're wrong. Not the team who's winning.
Folks, it's
not his fault he doesn't watch college basketball.
Hey, listen, I think they're getting 70.
Don't lie to the viewers.
I glance from time to time.
Do you know who Zion is?
Yes, I know who Zion is.
Well, he watches some.
I would have to be out of my mind,
and
I can't get away from it.
Quick note: I know we don't talk about hockey too much. Hockey playoffs start this week, so anyone who likes that, and the NBA regular season ends on Wednesday night. The playoffs start on Saturday.
Oh, great! That's wonderful. All right.
All right, you care more. Some people like basketball.
I just picked up Jason Haywood.
Right, another fantasy baseball update that we could care less about. But Ed does.
All right, folks. We'll leave you with that craziness. To you viewers out there, please subscribe to JFP Sports on YouTube channel. And follow us on IG because we have a banging ass IG. Oh, and folks, in 2 weeks we are going to have our live mock draft for the NFL draft coming up, 2019, and that's our 1-year anniversary show. So definitely stay tuned for that. Get on our IG. We're going to be on IG Live. D Naz will do his best. He's a hard worker there. Poor guy behind the glass. So to folks, in the great words of Dr. Seuss, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Till next time.